Hello grade 10 students. Now we'll discuss end of year evaluation 2018 Southern Province paper 2. So in this paper you get two parts, part A and part B, and you have to select only 5 questions from each part, and you get 3 hours for this paper. So you can spend 18 minutes per question, and also 10 marks you get for each question. So, and also it's given the surface area and the volume of right circular cylinder of base r and height h are 2 pi r h and pi r squared h. So you don't need to memorize all these formulae. Now we'll do question number 1 and 2. Here you are not given space, so you have to ask for line papers, and to do the graph you can ask for a graph paper. Question number 1, quadratic graphs. So you get 5 parts. So we'll do separately. An incomplete table containing x and y values suitable to draw the graph of the function y equals 3 minus 2x squared is given below. Fill in the blanks of the table. So you are asked to find out the y values when x equals 0. So what you do? You take the equation and substitute the values. X equals 0 first. 0 squared, that's 0. So you get 3. So that this value is 3. When x equals 1, substitute 3 minus 2 times 1 squared. That's 2. 3 minus 2, you get 1. Here you can see by symmetry also. Here 1, 1, minus 5, minus 5. So that's correct. So that's the first part. Using the scale of 10 small divisions representing 1 unit along the x-axis and 10 small divisions representing 2 units along the y-axis, draw the graph of the above function on a graph paper. Write the coordinates of the turning point. So we need to scale it. So starting from minus 3. So we'll take minus 3 here, minus 2, minus 1, 0. So here this is the y-axis. So you can first start to draw the y-axis. Then you can scale it. Maximum y is like 3, but 2 units for one big square. So you can start labeling this y, and here start from 4. And it says 10 small divisions representing 2 units along y-axis. So 10 means here this one. So that's 2. You can write this is 2, 0, minus 2, minus 4, minus 6, minus 8, minus 10, minus 12. Lowest is minus 15. So minus 14, minus 16. And then you can draw the x-axis. Draw the x-axis and you can label 1, 2, 3, 4. And here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Now that's the 2 axes. Now you can mark the points. Minus 3, minus 15. Here. Minus 2, minus 5. Minus 1, 1. 0, 3. 1, 1. 2 minus 5. 3 minus 15. Now you can smoothly connect. I'll draw from here to here. This part and then this part. Now I'm using the ruler only for this part just to connect, because sometimes it's not possible to draw smoothly. Only that part I'm using the ruler. So this is the smooth curve. So you get 1 mark for drawing the line, connecting the points. So that's the graph. And then write down the coordinates of the turning point. So what's the turning point? 0, 3. So you can write 0, 3. So that's the first part. Now we'll see how you get marks for this. According to the marking scheme, you get 1 mark for finding this value and this value. So 2 marks for first part. And then always for the scale 1 mark, marking the points 1 mark, and connecting smoothly 1 mark. So 3 marks always you get for the graph. And then writing down the coordinates of the turning point, 1 mark. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 marks for these 3 steps. We'll take the next part. Next part, find the value of x when y equals 2. So y equals 2 is a horizontal line. So you can draw y equals 2 line. Here. This is y equals 2 line. And see what are the x values. So here, somewhere here and here. So what are the x values? So here one small square, this way is 0.1 because 1 over 10. And when you take this way, 2 represent 1 small square. So 2 over 10 means 0.2. So this way 0.2. But we are referring only x values. So that means 0.7 plus or minus. So you get x equals 0.7 or x equals minus 0.7. Minus 0.7 and plus 0.7. Then the next part, find the interval of values of x for which the function is increasing from minus 5 here to 3. So we'll draw that part. I'll take the red color one. Minus 5 here to positive 3. So this part. Positive 3 is here, up to here. So they are asking what are the x values. So here, this is minus 2 and this is 0. So how can you write down the x values? X is in between minus 2 to 0. And here, from minus 5 to 3 means all these two values are included. So you can put an equal sign as well. So minus 2 to 0, minus 2 and 0 both are included. Now we'll see how you get marks for these two steps. You are getting 2 marks for this step, 1 and 1, and minus 2 to 0. 2 marks. 2 and 2, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 marks for the first question. Let's take question number 2. That's a statistics question. You get 4 parts. So we'll do separately. The following table shows the speed of vehicles on one day during 1 hour of road, which indicates the maximum speed as 70 kilometers per hour. The interval 40 to 45 denotes the interval of speeds which are greater than or equal to 40 but less than 45. So that means the upper boundary is not included for each interval. And all the other class intervals are given in the same way. Find the modal class of this distribution. First check whether the widths are equal. 5, 5, 5, all are 5. So widths are equal. So that means you can refer this row. One which has the highest frequency. 28 is the highest one. So the modal class is 60 to 65. So that's the modal class. So only you get 1 mark according to the marking scheme. Let's take the second part. By taking the mid value of the modal class as assumed mean, find the mean speed of a vehicle during 1 hour. So we'll calculate the mean. So first you can write down the value. Speed is given, kilometers per hour, 40 to 45, 45 to 50. First fill all the values and then we'll calculate the mean. And this is the total. And then you need mid values. That's the x value. And then frequency we can write down. So frequencies we'll write down first. 7, 9, 14, 20, 28, 15, 3 and 4. Mid value. So how you find out the mid value? Add and divide by 2. So you get 42.5. 40 plus 45 divide by 2. Here 47.5. 52.5. Adding 5. 57.5, 62.5, 67.5, 72.5 and 77.5. And then we have to calculate the deviation taking assumed mean as mid value of the modal class. 62.5 is the mid value of the modal class. That's the assumed mean. Now, what's the formula? So, deviation becomes x minus a. We'll calculate the deviation. Subtract. So, this is minus 5, minus 10, minus 15, minus 20. This way you get positive values starting from 0. 5, 10, 15. Now multiply f and d. F into d. 7 times minus 20, minus 140. 15 times 9, 45 and 9 plus 4, 30. That's minus. Minus 140, minus 100, 0. 15 times 5, 75. 30, 60. Now we'll add it. Total frequency already given before. Just check. The following table shows the speed of vehicles. It's not given. So we'll add and see. 9 plus 7, 16, 20, 28. 28, 30, 33, 40, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 100. What's the positive FD values? You get 5, 16, 165. Negative ones, 5 here, 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 4, 11. 1 remaining, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then what's the difference? Minus 515 and 165. So you get minus 350 as the total. Now you can use the formula. So how you calculate the mean? Assume mean plus sigma FD, total of FD divided by total of frequency. So substitute now. 62.5 minus 350 over 100, total frequency. So 62.5 minus 3.5. You get 0 here, 9, 5. 59 is the value. So that means mean speed is 59 kilometers per hour. Now we'll see how you get marks for this part. You are getting 1 mark for taking the assumed mean and 1 mark for mid value, 1 mark for deviation, FD 1 mark and the total 1 mark. So 4 there and 1 mark for this calculation, 59 kilometers per hour. And you get another 1 mark. So 4, 5, 6. 6 marks for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 marks for this step. Now take the third one. Show that the number of vehicles exceeded the mean speed is half the total number of vehicles. So what's the mean number? 59. Exceeded. Now 59 is where? So here 60. 60 or this is 60 is not included. So we want above that. So that means we have to add 28, 15, 3, 4. 28, 15, 3, 4. What's the total? 8 plus 5, 13, 16, 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50. So altogether 100, 50 are there. So what's the fraction? As a fraction, that's 50 over 100. When you simplify, you get half. So half of the total number of vehicles exceeded the mean speed. Find the probability of randomly selected vehicle being a vehicle which exceeded the correct speed limit or use the correct speed. So what's the probability of randomly selected vehicle being a vehicle which exceeded the correct speed? Correct speed is 70. In the first part, it was there. The maximum speed is 70. Now we can find out how many vehicles exceeded 70. This is 70 less than 70, not 70 included. Here, 4 plus 3, that's 7 vehicles. 7 vehicles are there exceeded the correct speed limit out of 100. So this is the probability of randomly selected vehicle being a vehicle which exceeded the correct speed limit. So we'll see how you get marks for these two parts. So you get 2 marks for this half and 7 over 100, 1 mark. So altogether, let's see, 2 plus 1, 3 and 6, 9 and 1 mark here, 10 marks altogether. So that's the second question. Now we'll take the third question. So So you can try 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. That's the part A questions. Part 3. Question number 3. Part A and B. 2 parts are there. So we'll do step by step. Part A. If AB AC is equal to BC, AB plus AC is equal to BC, show that 1 over A equals 1 over B plus 1 over C. So what we can do, I can divide all the terms by ABC. AB over ABC. AC over ABC. BC over ABC. Now, AB get cancelled out. AC get cancelled out. BC get cancelled out. So what's remaining? C here, B in this one and A in this one. So 1 over C plus 1 over B, that's this side, is equal to 1 over A. So again I can write 1 over A equals 1 over B plus 1 over C. So how many marks for this step? You get 3 marks. Divide all terms by ABC, simplify everything and finding the answer, 3 marks. Now take the next one, part B. When the length of a rectangle deducts from 3 meters and breadth increases by 3 meters, the result will be 225 square meters square. Find the length and breadth of the rectangle separately by building up equations. So you get a square. How you get a square? Length of a rectangle deducts from 3 meters. So we'll say x minus 3. And breadth increases by 3. So I'll take length L. Length minus 3. Breadth, I'll take B. B increases by 3. B plus 3. So you get a square with area 225 square meters. Find the length and breadth of the square. So these all sides are equal. That means we can find out the length of one side. So what is length of one side? If length is A squared is 225. What's the square root of 225? So how you find out the square root? If you can't remember, you can just divide and see what are the factors and then decide the square root. I can divide by 5. 5 again, 3 and 3. Now see, I can write 5 squared and 3 squared. When you are taking the square root, what happens? Square terms get cancelled out with the square root sign. So you get 5 times 3, that's 15 meters is the length of one side. If you know length is one side, that means L minus 3 should be equal to 15. So what is length before? 15 plus 3. That's 18 meters. Then what's the breadth of the rectangle before? B plus 3 also is equal to 15. B becomes 15 minus 3, 12 meters. So those are the 2 answers. So length and breadth. So we'll see how many marks. 2 marks for finding A 18 meters, that's the length. This is 2 marks. and 2 marks for finding b and 1 mark for finding the square root. So altogether 3 marks. This is part B. You are getting more than that because earlier only 3 marks there, 7 marks here. So 2, 2 and then 3 more marks here, 1, another 1. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 3, 10 marks. Now let's take the next question. Question number 4. So question number 4, you get 3 parts A, B, C. We'll see how we can do this. Part A, inequality. Solve the inequality. 7 plus 2x greater than or equal to 3 and write the minimum integral value that has. Integral means integers. How we solve this? Subtract 7. So 3 minus 7. So 2x is greater than minus 4. Divide by 2. You get x is greater than or equal to minus 2. So that means when you take the number line minus 2 greater than or equal. So what's the minimum value? Now here minus 2 included. That's a integer value. So that's the minimum and you can get all the other values. So what's the minimum? X equals, minimum is, you don't need to write x, that's minus 2. So how many marks? According to the marking scheme, you are getting 2 marks for this one. So 1 mark here, 1 mark here and 1 mark for writing down the minimum value. Let's take the next one. Part B, factorize, make brackets. First one, only 2 terms. You can write as square terms. 4, you can write 2 squared. So 2 squared. What can you remember when you have 2 terms with square term like this? We call difference between 2 square terms. So what are the factors then? A plus B and A minus B. Then you can write down what are the factors? X minus 2 and x plus 2. Those are the factors. Part B, this is a quadratic equation, factorize. So what we do, we multiply this term with this. So you get minus 2. Find out the factors of minus 2x squared. Minus means you are taking the difference. The difference is equal to plus 1. So 2 and 1. This should be plus because plus is in the middle. This should be negative. So split the middle term to 2x and minus x. Take 2 at a time and write down x plus 2 and take minus x plus 2. X plus 2 is common, take it out and this is 1. X minus 1. So those are the 2 factors. So you get 2 marks for this part. X plus 2, x minus 2 and x plus 2, x minus 1. Again 2 marks. So 4, 5, 6 already given. Now let's take part 2. Algebraic fractions. Now we did these two before, factorized. So we asked to simplify. So what are the factors we got before? X plus 2 and x minus 2. What about this one? We got x plus 2 and x minus 1. Now find out the lowest common multiple. X plus 2 is there. And x minus 2 as well as x minus 1. So that's the lowest common multiple. That means these two are there. So you have to multiply by x minus 1. 1 into x minus 1, that's x minus 1. Plus, these two are there. So you have to multiply by x minus 2. Now simplify the numerator. X and x becomes 2x minus 1 minus 2 minus 3. X plus 2, x minus 2 and x minus 1. So that's the final answer. You can't simplify further. Then they ask solve this one. So we did this before, factorization. So you can use that. X squared plus x minus 2 equals 0. We got the factors x plus 2 and x minus 1. The product is equal to 0. What can you say about the factors? A can be 0 or B can be 0. So that means you can write x plus 2 equals 0 or x minus 1 equals 0. So x becomes minus 2 or x becomes 1. So those are the two answers, solutions. So how you get marks? Now we already gave 6 marks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 for each part. So according to the marking scheme, the answer 2x minus 3 over that is 2 marks. And x equals minus 2 and 1, you get 2 marks. Now we'll do question number 5. In order to repair and rent off the house, Deepta received a loan of 1,200,000 rupees from a financial institution on the basis of 6% simple interest. During the first year, a concession was given to pay only the interest, but the loan and the interest should be paid in 5 years with equal installments. After 1 year, he rents out the house for 88,000 rupees monthly, and income tax should be paid monthly as 10%. Show that he gets the income of 53,200 as his monthly income after paying loan installments and income tax. So we'll start from the beginning. It says 6. So what's the amount? 1,200,000. That's 6% simple interest. So what's the amount he needs to pay? So interest we can calculate. 1,200,000 into 6%. So 1, 2, 3. So 72,000 rupees is the interest, and for 5 years. It says for 5 years. So this is the interest for 1 year. So multiply by 5 to get interest for 5 years. So 5 times 2, 10. 5 times 7, 35 plus 1, 36. And then 3 zeros. So what's the amount? 360,000 rupees. That's the interest for 5 years. So what is the total amount he needs to pay? Total amount is this plus 1,200,000. 1,200,000 plus 360,000 rupees. What's the total? 1, 2, 3, 0, 6 and 2, 8, 3 and 1, 4. So this is the total amount he needs to pay. So interest is 6% for 1 year and then for 5 years. So that's the total amount you have to pay. If the loan is 1,200,000 rupees. Again check. 0, 6. Here the addition is wrong. 0, 0, 0. Then 0, 6. 3 plus 2, 5, 1. So this is the total amount. 1,560,000 rupees. So this is 5 years with equal installments now. So that means altogether how many months are there? 12 times 5. 60 installments are there. So you can find out amount for one installment. Amount for one installment. Divide by 60. Because 5 years, 5 times 12. That's 60. What's the amount? 1, 1. Here 60. 6 times 2, 12, 36, 6. So 26 with 3 zeros. 26,000 rupees per one installment. And then after 1 year, he rents out the house for 88,000 monthly, and income tax should be paid monthly as 10%. So what's the income tax value? $88,000 monthly. So income tax, we can calculate income tax he needs to pay. That's 10% of 88,000 rupees. So you get 8,800 monthly. So here income tax should be paid monthly as 10%. So that's the income tax value. And show that he gets income. So 88,000 rupees monthly and subtract 8,800. What's the amount? So this is, we can find out monthly rent 88,000. Total amount he needs to pay for tax and installment, you have to add total amount for tax and installment, ₹26,000 plus 8,800. That's the total. And you can subtract from 88,000 and see. So what's the value? 1, 2, 8 is there. This is 8 plus 6, 14, 1 remaining, 34,800. So what's the income? Income, he is getting 88,000 minus 34,800. 10 and 1 remaining 5 plus 3, 8 and 5. So we get 53,200 rupees. So we'll see whether that's the answer. 53,200 rupees is the income he gets. So how you get marks? 10 marks for the whole question. Each step you get different marks. So you are calculating interest for 5 years. So 3 marks for this one. Multiplying by 5 and multiply by the percentage value. That's 3 marks. And amount should be paid. Adding these two, that's also 3 marks. And then installment. You get 26,000, 2 marks. And income tax and the tax value calculated, that's 79,000. So 200. We did other way around. Calculated the tax and subtracted from the amount. So that's also 2 marks. And final answer, subtraction of these two, you get another 2 marks. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many marks? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We gave more than 10 here. So we need to deduct marks. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 marks here up to 79, this point. So not given, another 2 marks here. So I gave extra 2 marks there. So I can write here up to here 2 marks. And the final step, 2 marks. So altogether 10 marks for this question. Let's take the next one. Question number 6. So you get 3 parts there. So we'll do it separately. In a wind power station, the height of a pillar of a windmill is 40 meters. And the length of one blade is 15 meters. So we'll try to mark. This is 40 meters. And 15 meters is one blade. Draw a scale diagram using the scale of 1 centimeter represent 5 meters. And answer the following questions. To get angle of elevation of 60, what is the distance from the base to the pillar? So if this is 1 centimeter, 5 meters. So 40 meters means you have to take 40 divided by 5, 8 centimeters height, and 15 meters means 15 divided by 5, that's 3 centimeters. Now we'll try to draw this. So we'll take 8 centimeters for the height. So first take the ruler and you can draw first a horizontal line. So that's this one. And then 40 meters means take the ruler and you can measure 8 centimeters. Here 8. Here up to here. So that's the 8 centimeter one. And then from that you have to draw the blades. Now, it says, in a wind power station, the height is this. Draw a scale diagram using the scale of 1 centimeter representing 5 meters, and you can answer the question. So here another 3 meters we have to draw, because one blade is 15 meters, means 3 centimeters. But it says to get angle of elevation of 60 degrees, what is the distance from the base to the pillar? Distance from the base to the pillar to get 60 degree angle of elevation. So here we can take the protractor and we can take this point. Now here, to get 60 degree elevation, that means if you are drawing the rough sketch, 60 degrees elevation here, from here 60 degrees. So that means here this should be 30 degrees. So you can draw 30 degree angle here, here to here. This is the blade, one blade. So I'll take 10, 20, 30. And this is the blade. I have to see what's the height, because height of the blade is 3 centimeters. Now we need to draw the other blade, 15 meter blade here, that means 3 centimeters from here again. 1, 2, 3. So this is the position now. So you get P point here, 3 centimeter and 8 centimeter you have to take. And if you are drawing it properly, now elevation, angle of elevation 60 degrees. So we can connect here to here, that's the ground level. And I'll extend this line also. I'll extend this line up to this point. So this is the 60 degree angle and this is 30. And where's the blade? Now only 3 centimeters. So I can take the ruler I can take this way, 3 centimeters from here. I'll take a different color, purple, to show it properly here. 1, 2, 3. So this is the level. So this is the blade. So I'll draw it properly. So this is one blade. This is the other blade. So now they are asking to get angle of elevation 60 degrees. What is the distance from the base to the pillar? So this distance, okay, we'll make, this is the base and this is the pillar. We'll say take A. So we need to find out the actual length of AB. So we'll calculate. So first we can measure AB length in centimeters using the ruler and then multiply by 5. You get 4.6 centimeters and actual length is multiplying this by 5 because 5 meter is 1 centimeter. So, length or distance from base to pillar. .6 into 5. 5 times 6, 30, 3 remaining, 5 times 4, 20, 20 plus 3, 23 meters is the distance from base to pillar. That's the first part. So, you get 3 marks according to the marking scheme, 3 marks for the scale diagram. So, I did one side. I didn't draw this part, this one. Only 2 blades I drew. This is the P point and this is A and B. So, 3 marks for the scale diagram. And then finding the actual length. That's 23 meters. That's 2 marks. So, 5 marks for these 2 steps. Only one part, scale diagram and this one. Let's take the next part. Find the angle of elevation of the top of the point of the blade for the observer who is standing 55 meters away from the base of the pillar. So, 55. So, that means when you extend this line, they say this is 55 here to here. Now, they are asking what's the angle of elevation, this angle. So, what's the angle? So, here it says this whole length is 55. This is 55. Look at carefully. What's this length? 40 plus 15, 55. PA and AA is a C. Both are equal. The 2 lengths are equal means this is an isosceles triangle. If this is X, this is also X. 2X plus 90 is 180. X plus 90. So, 2x becomes 90 degrees. X becomes 90 divided by 2, 45. So, what's the angle of elevation? That's 45 degrees because this is an isosceles triangle. So, how many marks you get for this part? So, you get 2 marks for that. Let's take the next one. If the vertical blade rotates 60 degrees to the anti-clockwise, so that means not clockwise direction, anti-clockwise, find the vertical height of the point P from the earth using the scale diagram. So, this is the scale diagram we drew. So, we need the protractor. So, now we will see 60 degree angle from here, anti-clockwise direction. So, from this 60 means here. So, that's the angle now. So, we can draw that. But what's the length? 3 centimeters. So, we need 3 centimeter length only. From here. So, we need 3 centimeter length. So, here. So, that's the P position now. But we need the vertical height. Now, we have to draw the perpendicular line because we need the height now. So, I can keep the ruler here and draw the line. So, this is the vertical height that we need. So this is the new position of P. I'll say P dash. So what's the height? Height is, can measure it, 9.6. 9.6 centimeters. So the height is equal to 9.6 centimeters. We need the actual height multiplied by 5. 48 meters is the height from ground level to this position P dash. So how many marks for this part? So you get 3 marks. We'll see first how many marks we have already given. 3 plus 2, 5 and 7. And here 3 marks. So 3 marks for this step, 1 mark for this one and 1 mark to draw the position 60 degree from here. This is 60. And 1 mark here. So 3 marks for that. So I'll use blue here. So this is, we marked 60 degrees. So 3 marks for that part and total marks for this question is 10. Now we'll take the next one. That's part B. Again, you get 6 questions and you have to answer only 5 questions. So do 7, 8, 9. Question number 7. You get 4 parts. We'll do separately. This is about progression. The following shows the water ejection of a uniform cross-sectional water tank completely filled with water for each hour is measured in cubic meters. Consider above volumes respectively in which progression is belongs to it and give reasons. 21, 18, 15, 12. Those are the terms. First term is 21. Here, when you take the difference, just calculate the difference. Any term minus the previous. You get minus 3. 15 minus 18. That's also minus 3. 12 minus 15. That's also minus 3. So all the differences are the same. So this is an arithmetic progression. So we can say common difference is minus 3. Therefore, it's an arithmetic progression. Next one. If 7 hours are going to complete emptied the tank, find the volume of water ejected from the tank in last hour. So that means 7th term. So we need T7. So what's the nth term formula? A plus n minus 1d for arithmetic progression. So we need the 7th term. 7th hour means 7th term. First term is 21 and 7 is n, d is minus 3. First multiplication. 6 into minus 3 minus 18. So you get 21 and here 6 into 3 minus 18. That's 3. So T7 is 3. So that means volume of water ejected from the tank in last hour, 7, this is 3 cubic meters. So that means 3 cubic meters is the volume. So we'll see how many marks. Finding D, common difference, 1 mark, and writing down arithmetic progression, 1 mark there. And finding T7, 3 cubic meters, that's 2 marks for this step. Now we'll look at the next part. So next part, find the capacity of water. Now it says 7th hour, that's the last hour, the volume of water is 3. So that means within 7 hours you can empty the tank. So finding the total volume is the capacity of the tank. So what is total means? Total means S of 7. Total volume for 7 hours. S7 you need to find out. We know what's the formula? We know the last term and the first term as well. So we can use that formula, N over 2. N is 7 divided by 2. First term is 21. What's the last term? That's 3. The 7th hour, it was 3. Now we can find out this value. So 21 plus 3, 24. 12 times 7, 84 cubic meters is the capacity of the tank. Calculate the mean rate of water flowed out from the tank. So how you find out the rate? Total volume 84 cubic meters within 7 hours. So that's the rate, 84 over 7. 7 times 1, 7 and 2 cubic meters per hour. 12 cubic meters per hour is the rate, mean rate of water flowed out from the tank. Now, how many marks for these 2 steps? So you get 3 marks for finding the total. 1, 2, 3. 3 marks for that. And then to find out the rate, also 3 marks. 1, 2, 3. So let's see. 3 and 3 is 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So altogether 10 marks for that question. Now we'll take 8th question, that's construction. Construction means you can use only the ruler and the compass. So 5 parts are there. So we'll try to do that. Construct a straight line segment AB such that AB is 8 centimeters and construct the perpendicular bisector of it. Name the intersection point of AB and perpendicular bisector as X. We'll draw a line segment first and mark 1 point. Take the ruler and the compass. So what's the length of AB? 8 centimeters. You take 8 centimeter length and draw the point. So AB, 8 centimeters. Then we need to draw the perpendicular bisector. How we draw a perpendicular bisector? You take certain distance more than the length of, half the length of AB. You draw an arc above So how you draw the perpendicular bisector? You take certain distance, more than half the length of AB. Draw an arc above and below. And keep the same distance and draw the arc from B. Keep it here and draw here and another arc here. Now we have the two intersecting points. You can connect here to here. That's the perpendicular bisector. So what it says, name the intersecting point of AB and the perpendicular bisector as X. So this is X. Mark a point O on the perpendicular bisector such that XO is 3 centimeters. So we can either take above or below. It's not mentioned above or below. You can take any side. So I'll take above 3 centimeters. So measure 3 centimeter length. And keep on top of X, and you can mark the point O. So this is O. So this is 3 centimeters. That's the first step. And now we'll see how you do the next one. So you get several marks. Now here I can give only 1 mark for AB. I can give AB 1 mark, drawing AB. Perpendicular bisector 1 mark, and marking the 3 centimeter length 1 mark. So 3 marks for this step. Let's see the next one. Part 3. Measure and write the length of OA. This one. So here you can take the compass. Keep the compass on top of A and O. So this length. And you can take the ruler and measure it. Five centimeters. So you can write OA is 5 centimeters. The locus of a point equidistant from O goes through the point A and B. Draw the locus of it. So equidistance from O. So that means a circle. Equidistance from a point is a circle. So they are asking the locus of a point equidistance from O goes through A and B. That means you have to draw a circle. So what we can do, we can take the compass. You can keep the compass on O and A first. That's the radius of the circle. And then we'll see it should pass through B as well. That's correct. So now you can draw the Now you can draw the circle. So that's the locus of a point equidistance from O. Then when produced AO, you can produce AO like this. The loci meets at C. This point is C then. Find the magnitude of A, B, C without measuring and give reasons. A, B, C. What can you say about these two? We know O is the center, so AC is the diameter. So what is this angle? ABC angle is 90 degrees because this is a semicircle. Semicircle angles are always 90 degrees. So you can write down without measuring ABC angle is 90 degrees and give reasons. Semicircular angles are 90 degrees as AC is the diameter of the circle. Now we'll see how you get marks for these steps. So we already gave 3 marks, and for these steps we'll see 5 centimeter length 1 mark, so 4, and 1 mark here and 1 mark for the reason, so 4, 5, 6, and 4 marks again for this step, the locus of a point equidistant. So you have to decide what's the locus. So what are the 4 loci points you need to know? Equidistance from a point, that's a circle. Then equidistance from 2 points, that's the perpendicular bisector. And next you need to know equidistance from 2 lines, that's the angle bisector. And the next one you are doing in grade 11, equidistance from a line, that's a parallel line to that. So you are doing in next year. So this one 4 marks you are getting, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 3 marks. That's 10 altogether. Let's do question number 9 now. So this is a set question. So 3 parts are there. In 2017, 112 out of 144 students passed the GC O-level examination. 40 girls out of 64 passed the exam. Represent above data in a Venn diagram. So to draw the Venn diagram, you need you need the rectangle first. Then you can mark. This is 144 altogether. 144 students pass the GC O-level examination. So you need a circle there. So I'll take a circle. One circle here, another one circle. I'll take like this. So one circle is passed GC O-level exam. So this is passed O-level. And the other one is girls. So it says 112 out of 144 passed the exam and 40 girls out of 64. So 64 girls are there. Out of that, 40 girls passed the exam. 40 inside. Now we can fill the other numbers. If this is 40 and this is 112, you subtract and write down the number here. 2, 7. 72 there. Then 64 minus 40, that's 24 here. What's the total now? So 112 and 24. You get 136. Now 144 minus 136, what you get? You get 8. 8 outside. That's how you find out the number. So that's the Venn diagram. If all girls pass the exam, draw a Venn diagram and shade the region of passed boys. So that means now the diagram is different now. Then how you draw the diagram? Then you get, this is 144 altogether, and you need a circle and circle inside, because all girls pass the exam. If all girls pass the exam, so girls circle should be inside. So this is girls and this is passed O-level. Now how we fill? This is 112 and altogether 64 girls. So 64. So that means 64. So what's the difference here? 112 minus 64. 48 here. And outside same number. Just check. Outside should be 144 minus 112 now. 32 now outside. Now that's the new diagram. If all girls pass the exam. And now shade the region of passed boys. So girls outside means this is passed boys. So we can color the region of passed boys means we can shade this region. So this is the number of boys passed the O-level exam. So that's this region. So that's the last part for this question. So we'll give marks for these two. So this is not the last. So you get another 2 more questions. Another 1 more part. So we'll give marks for these steps. 144, 8, 24, 72, 40. So you get 5 marks here for first step. And shading this one, this region, that's 3 marks. And let's look at next part. Principal says that more than 90% of boys pass the exam this year. Do you agree with this statement? Give reasons. So we'll see how many boys passed. So you have to refer this part. This is the initial Venn diagram. So this is girls. So outside the girls circle. So that means 72 and 8. That's 80 boys are there. Out of 80, 72 passed the O-level exam. So you can find out 72 over 80. That's the percentage of boys pass the exam. Percentage of boys passed the exam, passed O-level exam. As a percentage, you multiply by 100. So what's the value? 8 times 9, 8 times 10. So you get exactly 90%. The principal statement is, it says more than 90. So that's wrong. It's equal to 90% and not more than 90%. So the statement is, so do you agree with this statement? Not agreed, as it is not more than 90%. So how many marks for that part? So you are getting 2 marks. So we'll see whether total, this is 8. Yeah, so 2 marks for this one, 1 mark for the statement, and calculating the percentage, 1 mark. Now you can try question number 10, 11 and 12. Question number 10, part A and B. So you get 2 parts. We'll try the first part separately. In a fruit juice production factory, fruit juice was collected in a square-based vessel with 35 centimeter side length and 44 centimeter height. Something like this. A vessel, cuboid shaped vessel, but the base is a square, so 35 centimeters. And the height is 44 centimeters. So every 5 minutes after, so within 5 minutes, this vessel was filled with juice. So this is for 5 minutes. Then it says within a minute they will be packed into a cylindrical tins. So within 1 minute to a cylindrical shaped vessel, that's 7 centimeter radius and height is 14 centimeters. So this is within 1 minute. So they are asking how many tins are filled within an hour. So time is important. So first we'll find out what's the volume filled within 5 minutes. Volume filled within 5 minutes. That's 35 into 35. That's base area into height. Height is 44. That's cubic centimeters. And then you need 1 minute. So what is the volume filled within 1 minute? Volume filled within 1 minute. That means volume of this pi 22 over 7 r squared h. 7 and 7. So you get 22 times 7 into 14 cubic centimeters. So altogether, how many minutes it takes? 5 and 1, 6 minutes. So within 6 minutes, you can find out how many tins you can fill. So we can write within 6 minutes, number of tins filled. So you can divide these two. 35, 35, 44, divide by 22, 7, 14. This is 2. 7 times 5. 7 times 2. 7 times 5, 2. Get cancel out. You get 25 tins you can fill within 6 minutes. 25 tins. We need for 1 hour. 1 hour means 60 minutes. So number of tins within 1 hour. How we find out? Within 6 minutes, that's 25 tins. 1 hour means 60 minutes. So multiply by 60. 6 times 10, that's 250 tins. You can fill within 1 hour. So we'll see how you get marks there. Four marks for this part. So 1 mark here, 1 mark, 1 mark for finding tins within 6 minutes, and what about 1 hour, 1 mark. So 4 marks for this part. Let's take the next question. Using logarithms table, find the value of this. So it's given, we'll take as x is equal to 51.4, 9.75 over 63.1. So how you use logarithms? Take log both sides. Log of x equals log of this. Multiplication becomes addition and division becomes subtraction when you take the logarithms. So you can write log of 51.4 plus log of 9.75 minus logarithm of 63.1. Now you can use the table. So this is in standard form. This is 1 away from that standard point here. So that means log value is 1 point something. 51.4. 51.4, 71.10. 9.75, 0 point. Value 97.5. 97.5. 98.90. We'll first add these two. You get this, and now find 63.1. That means 1 point. 63.1. That's 8,000. Now you can subtract. 0.9. How you find x? You have to look at antilog value of 0.9000. Look at the antilog value, 0.9. Here 8998 is there, you need 2 more. So that's 3. 79.43. 79.43. So this is 0 point. So 7.943 is the answer. So it's not given to write in 3 decimal place or anything, just you can keep the answer like this. So we'll see how many marks for this. So you get 6 marks for the whole question, because earlier you got 4 and this one 6. So taking logarithms both sides, 1 mark. Addition and subtraction, 1 mark. Referring the log values, you get 2 marks. And this value again 1 mark, referring that value, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and taking the anti-log value, and answer is 7.943, 1 mark. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So altogether 10 marks. Now we'll take the next question. Question number 11. In the given figure BAC, this angle, and XBY, BAC is BAD, these two angles are equal. XBY, this angle is 60 degrees. Show that CX is equal to XY, that's equal to YD. CX, XY, YD. So, two angles are given equal. Now look at carefully. This angle, if it's A, we'll put A here. This is also A. And if you take CB arc, same segment angles, this and this is also A. And again, if you take BD arc, same segment angles, this and this. So this is also A. Same segment angles are equal. Now you can think about the triangle AA60. What's A? You can find out using that. Then we can see what type of triangle is that. So we'll do that first. So we know BAC angle is BAD. I'll write that's A. And you can write CAB angle is same as CYB. That's A, same segment angles. Same segment angles. Then what can you say about the other one? BAD angle is same as BXD angle. That's also A, same segment angles. Now from BXY triangle, we know A plus 60 is 180. Angle sum of a triangle. Angle sum of a triangle. Then 2A plus 60 is 180. A equals 180 minus 60 divided by 2. So what's the angle? 60 degrees. So what can you say about that? That means XYB is an equilateral triangle or 60-degree angle. So if this is equilateral triangle, all lengths are equal. So this length is equal to this length, and this length is equal to this length. Now see if these are equal, we can say this is the center. So x, y. So this is also equal. And if you take this circle, so this length and this length all are equal, means this is the other radius. So this also should be equal. So we can write down xy is equal to xb is equal to by. Using the circle, you can say x is the x and y are the center points. Then straight away, if these are the center points, see x is equal to xy and xy is equal to yd. See x is equal to xy, xy equals yd, all are equal. See x, xy, yd. Radii of the two circles. So all are equal. Now we can give marks for this question. Two marks for identifying same segment angles here. And here same segment angles here, 2 and 2. Then A is 60, 3 marks. Then you can say BX equals XB BY, 1 mark. 4, 7, 8. And you can say BX is equal to this one, BX is equal to CX. All the lengths are equal. So therefore, this is equal to this. That's 2 marks. So altogether, 10 marks for this question. So question number 12, you get 3 parts. This is also proving about triangles and angles. So we'll see how we can do separately. ABCD is a square. P and Q points are lie on AB and AD respectively, such that APQ is equal to AQP. Draw a sketch to represent the above data. Show that BP equals DQ. So we'll try to draw that. A square. ABCD is a square, and P and Q points lie on AB and AD. So this is somewhere I will say P, Q. Now it says APQ. APQ. So we'll connect this. P here, Q. APQ angle is equal to AQP angle. So that means this is an isosceles triangle. This length is equal to this length. Then they are asking you to show that BP equals DQ. BP is equal to DQ. So we'll try to prove that. So APQ is equal to AQP. That's given. Then we know AP, AQ is equal to AP. Isosceles triangle. Now we found out this is isosceles triangle. So that means these are equal. But we know AB and AD sides are equal. So AD is equal to AB because of a square, length of a square. Now I want to subtract. I'll take this one 1 and this one 2. 1 minus 2. AD minus AQ is same as AB minus AP. AD minus AQ. What's the distance? You get DQ. What's AB minus AP? That's BP. So these two lengths also equal. So that's the proof we need. How many marks? So according to the diagram, you are getting 2 marks. Marking all the angles and lengths, and then showing that this is BP is equal to DQ, you get 2 marks for this step and 2 marks here, subtracting altogether 4. So 4 plus 2, 6 marks for these 2 parts. And now we'll see the last part. Show that PQC is an isosceles triangle. So we'll go back to the diagram. I'll draw it. A, B, C, D. These 2 angles are equal. This is P and Q. PQC. PQC is an isosceles triangle. So we'll connect. PQC is an isosceles triangle. We know this is 90 degrees. It's a square. These 2 lengths are equal means this is 45. This is 45. And we found out this length is equal to this length from the previous part. So we need to find out. This is an isosceles triangle. If we take these 2 triangles and show that these are congruent, we can easily say CQ is equal to CP. So that becomes an isosceles triangle. So we'll do that. We'll take DQC triangle and PCB triangle. We know that this length is equal to this length. Length of a square. CD equals CB because of a square. And both are 90 degree angles are there. CDQ angle is equal to PBC angle, that's 90 degrees because of a square again. And then we know that DQ is equal to PB, proved from the previous part. So what can you say? 2 lengths and included angle. Both are equal. So DQC triangle is congruent to PCB triangle. What's the case? Side angle side. So that's the situation and both are equal. So because of that, opposite to 90 degrees, that's PC. So PC is equal to opposite to 90 degrees, that's QC. These 2 lengths are equal because of corresponding elements. So 2 lengths are equal in the CPQ triangle. So 2 lengths are equal means PQC is an isosceles triangle. So that's the proof. So we'll see how many marks for that part. Showing that 2 triangles are congruent, you get 3 marks because of SAS. And then PC equals CQ. Lengths are equal because of corresponding elements, 1 mark. Then you can say this is isosceles triangle. So 4 here, 4 and here 6. So 4 and 6 all together 10 marks. So this is the last question in paper 2 and we discussed today 2018 Southern Province end of year evaluation for grade 10.